and ring, ting, tinkle and too. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Outside the snow is falling and friends are calling you. Come on, it's lovely weather for a sleigh ride together with you. Let's go. Let's go.
I know. We're dressed almost exactly. I don't know. I'll put this one right here, or maybe on this one. Still waiting. Oh no. I don't know. Yeah, he said he was on his way. Yeah, he was waiting. I was gonna drink some coffee. Would you like coffee? I had one cup, but it was kind of cold. I guess the didn't make So I was like last night, but last night I was so busy too. Yesterday I was so busy. I was remember. Yeah, it was sitting there. I was kind of busy. And right now, Kelly is printing out. Yeah, she's we're gonna go to the Apache Alliance, and I don't have anything. But she's gonna. Oh, what about Aaron? You should ask me if he's still working. You want to do a PowerPoint? I don't even think he's gonna work. And I don't know where he was what he should do. Well, he changed his mind and then he went back to it. So I didn't know what he was doing. He said, the first time he told me this call, I said, okay. Then I said, are you going to contact him? And he said, yeah. So I assumed he contacted his grandson, the one that's sitting over there. I assumed he knew everything about it. And I guess he didn't. So if I had known, I would have told him. Oh, what he told me was he wanted the Indians to report on the housing. Yeah, and that's all he told me. He said, mine's very short. He's all right. I practically twisted his arm behind his back to go into the night because he didn't want to. He didn't want to. I don't like Albuquerque. Albuquerque is better. It's Albuquerque. He don't like Albuquerque. Yeah, he's always watching them. There's always activity. Yeah. Well, last night we were talking about. Don't make it wait for them. Somebody found a check stub here. Let me see. Rihanna Lovato. Anyway, if you're here, you know her, Rihanna Lovato. Is that yours? No? Okay, that's all. Ready? Okay, everybody, can please stand.
At this time, we the Black Rock Singers would like to dedicate this veteran song to all the veterans throughout the United States and Canada. And we certainly thank you for your services. Thank you.
Adesso qui senti da come si cosa da in sen kadasi ma che dan si ashin tadi jonkwe judo yin ho den akoye ego ma che dan jida kuma si kuzo dan do kuzo na in kago ada tes to ye da kuma si haji dasi haji kuzo ye ikale gut ego akoye na in kago da tes to ye da kuma si tadi jigo koye ikasin kliye juda ko ye na ha gun mana tago zuzu ma che dan si hando ne nani dan chizu me na tu san chilai e da sin kaya da ustuye da kuon sin da ha su gun ni sin na da sin shi sin kuzu le ke da din no si chuye san zui be da nin no kiji kin zui be da nin no da se le ke le ku ta gu kin da se hin kai ku da kuon sin asuna le kaya ki ke sta ka da go shi jo de yin te kuzu na ha zo da se ye Dede kada ditlin dan heda dan tiun hadan sende hado bikin guzona in kando de huma kadan krieda yin testuye guzon da da hado na tsetla wada yin le kui na ne na kai guzon kada din inda seye da kuon si guzon kala ko tai de ke ya wada yin te toda de ko na yin kanda de ke ra de askin yin kan de spi Lego hospital hen kandin tau lego da do das kai ha ge da gut en de jo kuzo me ye dan kje stoye kuzo ge da din ede da se meni nan ede iskela gut ede da kuon se asina me kaye shi ye na gu zije de ta gu zo ye na da din esen tau da cheske ras na tu ke da de jo Daguzo Bikiana Dadin Ko Dasin Han Kenau Dasis Haji Hidaji Haji Guzoye Nahanin Snoda Queen Kastuya da Kuons Mike Dan Tishman Daguzo Hado Tahakadadin Clear Tahaji Dan Clear Tahan Sanat Le Tadan Jimagun Nestoye da Kuons Bikayin Don Unji Daki Bikaye na da bu tun je ta kistoye da kuon se ayya ay mi ko guzona da sin shinde da se ne kana gut ayde da se ne ni nan de da se ne ha in zende stoye da kuon se aji gut de shije aji ga shije guzona ha un sende do da se na in kom is ana khagwadanan sende do Nikeda di nigo di kahane kagwan sade kisada di tugo bitna kawala dan sade guzo akun sistoye make dan tishmal ta guzo nikeda da do das kayguda yin tada mi wani en kan guzo danin hado da se bakid ki da se maninan ki hado as da se mikela da mut ay akun sistoye as da kukwe Tadi gazişin kesinlikle tayin tada kuonsin. Naga titani bikin das tayin dan to bikin datsan tit. Asinani dan tit to bikin gurunay kada kuonsis suye. Tannan dityeşin asidani tijine adalet onhan sende. Kana tayin tin de vaita ayat bikagunun han sende hanto. Tudele çende ne an. Nan adane on han sede suye. Hasi de na dainiktin gudayen işte. Kuzumer da gus aman sede. Ikene da diklin da. Bir tane ko. Man sede kuzumer dan diklin ko. Ken kuzum da se dain don han sede suye. Ta konsin. Washington udayen işte koye. Bidil kanana kayında Tone henada, Dona Hanna, Samsun had a chigo. Nahainina da Johan Sandestuya, Takunsi. Englico San Juno, Kestuya, Shikeraquina is kindly Joruka, Kuzume das nine content. Sha Amy Junior, Sana Wayne, Keguzon, Mai Zidi, Sanjinin, Kantin Medan Kininain contest 2 years at Kunsi. Englico San Juno, Kestuya. Sama Hini Wuke Hato, we can nine cut them, we can go on that is 2 years, that Kunsi. The dinner Hana then Tayuday and Tequaya, Kuzuma the Dagus Ago. Das ever get down, Ego. Kuzuma died, though than I have to. That table doesn't teach that table can cut it the table can Dego. The hands on the 2 years that Kunsi. Hey, because San Juno Kesvia, Keditwin Juno Kanto, we can das Nana Kade, we can go on Nana in Kate, we can go on Kizuna that Kid, Takun since 2 years, he said, Kuzo. Amen.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you're all well today. Not only do we have the general meeting happen with all good information from the leadership, we also will have our Christmas dinner. Yes, it's early. Anyway, we're going to have entertainment by our own Hickory Apache musician, Jicarilla Julian, and the sound and live stream by Mr. Harrison Velarde in the back. We have our Christmas luncheon by Toya Catering, and Santa Claus will be here, and he will be giving out some goodies. So, and we will have door prizes a lot. So many of you will get some door prizes. And I'd like to say thank you to Aaron Manuel and the Dulce Community Center staff, Ernie Vela and the Dulce High School JOTC, Harrison Velarde, Jicarilla Julian, Ray Tafoya Sr., Toya Catering, 10 Bears Program, Police Department, EMS, Fire Department, Game and Fish, administration staff, and the PR staff. And thank you to everybody for attending. And we'll start first on the agenda, President Wainwright Velarde.
I guess we're a little bit disorganized, but forgive us for that. I just want to bring to your attention what we're doing, and the reason why I asked for this meeting also, and I'm asking for a meeting every month because you need to know what we're doing. And if you know what we're doing, everybody's happy. If you don't know what we're doing, everybody is second guessing one another. And everybody is upset with others because there's speculations, there's rumors, and there's everything floating around then. But in this method, I think since I got elected, I said, we got to keep the public abreast of what we're doing. That way we all hang together as a tribe. And the reason behind that is that with the new administration coming into the national level, the people that are going to be elected don't seem too favorable with Indian people. And I don't want to get it to the level of where Standing Rock is. And sometimes you have to, but I don't think it's really necessary. So for that reason, I'm telling you guys that we're covering everything that we can for as far as we can reach out. And it's amazing what we're trying to do just within the structure itself, within the reservation. There's a lot of things happening on a daily basis. And one of the things where I started last time is that I started with the department meetings. I've calculated everything that we have and everything that we've done, and now I need to put it together and see how we can make it work for all the tribal members. Because sometimes you go to houses and, like even in my front of my house, I have a pile of dirt that has been sitting there for about a year now. And how come nobody pays attention to it? And I put in request order, and never happens. So you're not the only ones out there that this is happening to. But the way to address it is that we go through the departments, see what they're doing, see what's going on, and correct all of the situations that we have. And then the other side of it too is that, and this is probably the most hardest to overcome with all of us in here. We got used to the way we were doing things. It was set up for us from way back when, from the time of Charlie V. Hill and J.D. Garcia, our former presidents. Things were set in motion for all of us. And that's where a lot of committees came to be. And that's where a lot of things came to be also. And we just followed it. Nobody decided to change it. Nobody took a look at it. And we just followed suit. So with that in mind, we got brand new people, all young people, about 2 generations below me already. And they need to set the pace differently from what we're doing, what we have done in the past. So for that reason, we're making all these changes. And to tell you the truth, it's been pretty difficult, pretty hard too. But we're doing the best we can and trying to evaluate everything and do it right. And with that, I just wanted to share with each and every one of you that as we make the changes, I will stand here and tell you how we're doing it. As we go through the whole process, we'll do it together. A case in point is we're going to change the ordinances. We're going to change the Constitution. And some of it we're not changing. Some of them we're just moving it so it fits the tribe. And the reason behind that is that there's a lot of laws outside of us on the federal side as well as the state side, and we need to address it. It's not inside here. When people that work for us come in here, they go to the outside, or they can't do it on the inside, so they go to the outside and they try to sue the tribe. And the laws interfere right there. And our ordinances don't comprehend, it doesn't dovetail into the state or the federal side. So for that reason, we need to readjust all of those things as we go along. So a lot of this stuff that under my administration, and as I stand in front of you, all of you, so I want to put it out there to you. And the reason behind that also is I want you to think about it. Think about what I said. Think about what we're doing up here. I want you to comment on it. I want you to be part of it. And I'm not saying to criticize like we always do. We know how to do that. I'm saying to be positive in a way that we do it correctly to benefit all of us. And that's what I want. And that's what we all want, I think, in the long run. And then when you do that, share with these people behind me right here. They're the ones that are going to change it. They're the ones that are going to affect those laws. Those are the ones that are going to make complete changes of what we're going to be doing. And I think when we do it that way, we can get there. We can do it right. And by the same token, we're building 2 buildings right now, and we're trying to follow everything according to procedures. All the buildings that we put up to this date, we've been having problems with it. Even the new one that we're living in, where our administration is. And with the Escotin building, the heating system is in a computerized format. Nobody bothered to take a look at it. Nobody bothered to learn it or to understand it. Somebody took the computer, and now we're stuck with, right now, as I speak, just cold air is going into that building. And we have a group of people working on it, trying to, they finally found the schematics, how everything functions. We're on manual load right now, but we need to get it up to computer mode. And the building is heated underground too, underneath the flooring. And it utilizes regular air from the top. And it flows that cold air all the way through the building and make it warm, or make it, in the summertime, make it cool. So for that reason, the council and the people that we hire, we try to get them to fix it for us. And when we do that, it costs a lot of money. And when it costs a lot of money, it kind of shrinks the budget, and it shrinks the D check too. So all of this, when we do things, it has to do with money. So in order to make savings and in order to do it right the first time, then we don't have to repair it again. So, but we're fixing the team building, and we're doing the same thing with the administration building. So these two that are coming up, we're trying to do it right too. Our store was built with a flat top. We all know that is not the right kind of building here. We have a snow load that gets pretty heavy too, so we need a roof on it. So this one that's going up will have a roof on it. And it's our size. It's not way big over, the way that building was built. It was built kind of oversized for the tribe to utilize it. So with that in mind, we're trying to keep things into control. And then some of the other things that we're bringing to town also is that we have internet. Your cell phone that you guys carry, if you're on AT&T, it don't work that well. And then even your computer, sometimes it takes forever to get information on it. Well, we're trying to fix that. I put a committee together and my IT people, and we're rolling right along. And I'm happy to report that we're going to be there maybe by February. So we'll have it here in-house. And that will be beautiful, because what it does is that you can sell things, buy things online right from here. So, if you have a basket that you made, you want to put it online, you can sell it from here. And just put it in the mail and sell it to the person that's on the other end of it. So that kind of brings that kind of economy to the tribe. So we're kind of happy about doing that. But in the process we're following the Constitution and how everything is done too. The committees first. Once the committee gets to the level of funding, the council has to fund it. We have to put all of it together to see how it's going to be maintained. There's rules and regulations on that broadband and everything that goes with it also. And then we had to adhere to the state and federal rules. So all of that we're following it slowly to get there, but we're getting it done. And the beauty of the whole thing is that we don't have to push Windstream out of here. The fiber's already in here. All we need to do is to put it in this building is to go through the pipes, they told us. And the same way with the administration building. And then all we need to do is put some more towers, and the towers we already have too, which is our lookout towers on the reservation. We can just put these round things in there and shoot it all over the place. So when you go to Jicarilla next year, maybe you can talk on the phone to one another, So that's kind of the way I look at things. So that if we all operate together and you guys all know what we're doing, then it's beautiful. But otherwise, I don't know what those guys are doing over there. They're always talking about this and they never let us know. So for that reason, I'm telling you all this. The other thing that's crucial to you guys is that we have a pipeline out here. right just next to the sales barn, and it runs from the east side. It goes all the way to Chama. That is also in effect today. We're negotiating with a gas company in New Mexico, and the contract ends on the 31st. And also along the same line is that um, we might take the line back from Munson and Greer. They're the ones that own it. But in order to do it, we had to take a look at the pipeline to see if it's worth buying it or taking it or whatever. And then the other side is that back down here on above Highway 64 on the north side, where you go outside the reservation on the north side, there's a line that is kind of interfering with where the pipeline is laying. On one of the maps, it says it's outside. On another map, it says it's inside. So we're having that determined as we speak today. We got that taken care of yesterday. So the line itself too, we're negotiating on that one, and we're trying to put it to our advantage. And the reason behind all of this thing that we're doing on that side is that if we can sell the gas on our own line with our own way of doing things, we can send the gas line below Chama down to Brazos and put all the butane gas out of business down that way. And that money that we gain from there can offset your gas payment. And there's many other ways that we can run that line too, down south too. So we're looking at all of this and trying to put it together so that it will be beneficial to you. The other thing we're looking at is the electricity. We negotiated the brokers, and my friend John sitting up there negotiated for us, and we got a new carrier that runs the gas company. I don't know how many of you watch the news, but this morning I understand the gas company is trying to raise their rates. And my wife asked me, said, are we affected? And I said, no, we have nothing to do with that gas company. Our rates are already lower than theirs. So that's what we negotiated for you guys here with the council and gas company. So we got a new carrier, and it's cheaper the way we're getting it. But on the long haul, also, what we're looking at is that if we can put solar panels out there, like one of the young students here was mentioning to us, there's money to be had in USDA. And I quoted this last time too. There's about 390 million available to put in solar panels. And along the same line, we can also put in natural gas generators so that we can ship gas to Nevada or electricity to Nevada and sell electricity also. And that will lower our rates also for electricity. But these are new areas that we're looking at, and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do with it because our gas and oil went down 40%. So that's why we're trying to replace this with that. And that way we can survive. And the other things that we're looking at in-house, we're looking at water too. Water is probably our next hope for what will maintain the tribe too. Water is very scarce. There's a drought coming on, and everybody's jumping up and down about climate change. And so, but we're fortunate here as a tribe. We got the headwaters up to the west of us, or to the east of us, and it runs through here. So we're one of the few tribes that can sell water downstream. We have sold water down to Santa Fe, and we have sold water down this other way to Farmington, and currently we're still negotiating with the city of Gallup on that big project and see how we're going to be selling gas to them, water to them too. So that will be where our income will be coming again for the tribe. And if we do it right, and we just recently negotiated a contract too, and Ed and myself and the council, and we said, we want to keep it short, and we want to make sure that we got the proper language in those contracts, because if we don't do it right, we're going to get taken for it. And everything is about money on the outside of this world here. So we have to watch everything that we do. So in order to keep our survival in the way it's supposed to be. So that's one of the things that we're looking at also, the water, and see we can market it. If we can learn how to market it, I think we can get away with a little more than what we have. And then I think I got one more that's on the national front. I have some people, our attorneys are up in DC, and they're the ones that take care of us on all the Indian issues. And on the transition team with Trump, we have some people, and they were asking us if we wanted to go up there to the listening session that they're having on December 14th. And Ed and I were going to the water conference over in along with the council to see how we can do our water, which is more important to us than what Trump is going to tell us. So I'm going to send my attorneys over there and listen for us. But we kind of have that covered pretty good on the national side. And then on the home front with the state, there's a lot of people that are changing over too within the state. And Conroy Chino, who is our eyes and ears down at this roundhouse, has been keeping us informed for what's happening down there too. He reported to us about 2 days ago and gave us all the information that we needed. And this is where your TIF program comes into play, your capital outlay and all this stuff. And I've been trying to get 2 vans for the youth department, and I don't know what happened to that part too, but that's where we get our money too. So we were looking at that to see if we can get some more help from there, but our understanding is the state is broke. They got no more money, they said. So what the state is doing is like any other government. They start looking for money and they're cutting people, they're cutting departments, they're cutting different things that they get, and they're raising taxes in every different area. So a lot of this stuff that happens at the state level also affects the tribe too. So we have to be real careful on that. So we have to keep an eye on them and see what they're doing on a daily basis too. And Conroy Chino on a daily basis keeps track with us, and that's how we are on top of it. So a lot of this other stuff on the home front is what I want to discuss with you a little bit too, is that I know a lot of you complain about the HR, and we're addressing it too. And one of the things that I wanted to share with you briefly on the HR is that, like I said at the beginning too, is that nobody ever paid attention to what was going on. So when I got in, we looked at it, and HR covers everything within the boundary of the reservation, and it shouldn't. We've got ANC on the other side. They got at-will employees over there. The rules and standards for hiring and firing people are different. We got the store. They got their own system. It comes out of Phoenix. So, all of this stuff, nobody looked at it. And what happened is that everything went under a tribe. So when somebody got fired, where do you go? HR. And HR couldn't address it because it's on the other side and we couldn't do this. So, and the tribal members under 060 were having problems on that side too. So what we're trying to do now is that we're separating everything. There's separation between us and ANC and how they do their job on that side. And there's going to be separation with the enterprises that we have too. They're going to have their own HR system too. So that when you get hired on that side, you follow those rules. You follow their format and not go according to the tribe, because that's where a lot of mix-up is that we found. And then the other side is, as usual, our people don't get along to begin with, so we use that against one another too. Well, I'm not going to hire you because you're not my relative, or all this other stuff that goes into play too. And we're addressing that also. And it's a little bit difficult, but we need to make the changes in the HR system too. And the biggie on the HR system is that if you all remember, we had executive directors. And when something happened in a department, you went to them. Well, the HR was designed that way. When the council canceled that, the executive directors, HR had nowhere to go. We had to go back to the departments and we had to go figure out how we're going to, address all of these issues. So the director head had to address his own employees, and yet it's still in the HR book where it says executive director supposed to do that. So that's where the problem comes into play too. So that's why we're trying to reset that also. And once we reset it, then we put it back out here to the council and they have to put their blessing on it, and as well as the enterprises and everything else. And then we start flowing again. But right now we're kind of in limbo right there. So as soon as we can get everything under control, we'll present that to the council. And everything that I do with my staff, it's sanctioned by the council. We take it to the council first. We follow the Constitution. We follow the ordinances. We do not follow resolution. And sometimes we do, but more so, those are the more important ones. So with that in mind, we're trying to do everything right, and we're trying to do everything in time for everything to happen right. So it's been a great chore, and I think the last one I want to report to you guys. So like I told you a while ago, I want to put some of these things in you guys' head. So think about it. See what you think, and then come back to these guys and ask them what you think. And I'm not talking hearsay, like I said before. I asked Conroy Chino and Miss Zuni, the director of Indian Affairs at the state office, that we want to take over the state school up here. We want to take over Dulce High School. And you should have seen what it took over there at that level, at the state level. Everybody got scared and everybody started asking questions, and everybody was concerned. He said, can the tribe handle it? Can the tribe do this? And it wasn't, the question was just, we just asked the question, we want to take over. Is it okay? And it wasn't that simple to them. Right away, they started asking all kinds of questions to, can they do this? Can they do this? Everything is about what the tribe cannot do. And really, nobody threw a question at them in the past. They have other system of school in the state level. Then when they came to me, I told them, I said, well, my understanding is that Albuquerque Public School is not running right. You guys messed it up. And you have a shortage of teachers over there too. I said, you're having a special job fair for those teachers too. So who's telling who what? That we can't do it. I said, the way we did things too in the past, I said, we addressed our school system differently from you guys. I said, our school system was better than anybody else in this whole country. I said, and I can tell you that. I said, I'm not lying to you too. I said, we teach our kids from the time they're small. Our language tells us what's right and wrong. I said, and everything comes up and it's at every level that you learn certain things. I said, and the teaching goes from birth to death. And that's why when the white man came here, we did not have a school system. We did not have a judicial system. We did not have a police system. And that's why I said our school system was the best in this whole country. So I said, along that thinking, along that line, can you give me the school so that my people can run it to fit their side? I said. And then the other side of that same coin too, he said, they were asking me, well, where are you going to get the money? I said, well, the federal government funds a school down in down in the state too. I said, you get federal monies. All the state schools get federal monies. I told Sally Jewell that, I said, why don't you just give me the money straight across to me and my people, and we'll fix it ourselves. I said, the state don't run right. The school system don't run right over there too. So why don't you just give it to us and we'll fix the problem ourselves. So that is quite a big controversy right now. So, but what I want you guys to do is think about it and see, if that's a correct thing to do too, or if it's the way to go too. And I think with proper funding, we can run the school ourselves. And the other side of it too is that we got teachers in here. We got people that can learn to be teachers. We got good coaches. We're in a tournament now in Laguna, and our team is doing pretty good. I understand. So we got coaches too, and they're from here. And that's why I'm saying that, let's not cut ourselves short, and let's see, well, right off the bat, agree with the white folks and say we can't do it too. So, but think about it and see how you look at it. And I want to discuss this with other people that are concerned and that are more knowledgeable than I am in these areas. And that's where I'm starting. Over the state level, I just asked the Indian side of how we can do it, or where we can do it, or if it's possible or what. But for me, that's a good topic to bring up, because when I was sitting on the council, we tried every which way to enter the school system, and we couldn't do nothing. And that's why for one period in our school system, and when the people graduated, there's a period of time there, about 10 years, that we didn't produce anything. We had one high school graduate out of those times. So when those people entered this side of the fence, where we sit and everything else, we couldn't hire them. They didn't know nothing. And it was hard to retrain them again, see. So that's what I'm saying. That's how the school system affects us, and that's how the state affects us, and that's how the federal government affects us too. So with last thing in thought in mind, and my PRs always ask him, Wainwright, I need a quote. I need a quote on how important it is to vote. And we all need to vote to make that change. And that's important that we all vote. So I think we need to look at that and vote for the state level people, vote for the national level people, and we need to learn who they are and what they do and how they can help us. And that's what we need to look at also. And over here behind me, it's the same way. Whoever you vote for that sits behind me, and the person that talks to you guys and gives you the right information and tries to help the tribe, that's the kind of people you want. That's why you need to vote. So for that reason and for that, purpose, I just wanted to end it with that. And I appreciate all of you coming in here. And next month, when I bring the message to you guys, it will be on the State of the Union, or the state of the tribe, and where we are, what we're doing, and I'll line up everything. And the program is going to be a little bit longer, because we're going to show you how we're going to do some of the things that we're doing. And the other thing I want to ask each and every one of you is that, would you rather have us talk to you from here and the way we do it? Or my suggestion is, can we do it on a PowerPoint? Put it on pictures behind me and explain to you so you can look at it, you can see what we're doing. That way you understand it better. If that's okay with you guys, I will do this presentation from now on in that format. And I think we need to make changes in that fashion anyway. So that way you understand, even if the council puts PowerPoint on their topic or whatever, you understand it better. It's just dry coming from me to you guys, unless you're a good orator. But that's what I'm saying. So it's up to you guys. Talk about that, and like I said, tell us about it and see if we can do it. We're going to buy the equipment. We're going to do the same thing in the council chambers and do things in that fashion too. And like I said, when we get the broadband here, you guys can call me right through here too, like I told you last time. So we're kind of getting modern right here so that we can change things and do things and do a lot of these other things better than what we have done in the past. And we have to keep pace with the rest of the world. And with that thing said, I guess I'm now finished, and I really thank you, all of you, for coming, and I really appreciate all of you guys saying what you do. Yes, Adolphus. Okay, I can do it in Apache too. It can be done. So, but the main thing, like I asked you last time, in Apache, you guys got to talk about it too. The language of the Jicarilla Apache Nation is Apache. Have you guys thought about it? We got to put that on in the Constitution. It's not there. Then we can honor what Adolphus is saying. And the more people that can stand here and talk Apache, it'll be great. So that's what we're looking at too. But all of you in here speak the language that I'm talking, so that's why I'm talking that. And if I start talking Apache, maybe looking this way, looking that way, maybe just over there and a few spots there, and right here we'll understand Apache. So like I said, but we're bringing that back too. So we're bringing that back. We're working. I have people working on that too. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll turn it over to the council if they want to say anything. They're open for that too. My vice president will say a few words too, and after that we get to eat. Thank you.
Thank you, President. We'll be doing drawing right after the Vice President speaks. But just for your information, the 15 turkeys that are going to be given out with the door prizes were donated by the leadership. So that's just for your information. The 2 T-shirts that we're going to be also given out in the door prizes were donated by the Arts and Crafts. And 2 tissue boxes with the Jicarilla Apache seal on it was donated by my office, the Public Relations Office. So when you pick up your turkeys donated by the leadership, please pick up the turkey right away. We're not going to keep it out like we did last time because somebody stashed an extra one last time. So anyway, and again, another reminder, capital outlay deadline is next week on the 16th, on Friday at 5 p.m. And you can see Shona in her office because I won't be here. So, and I'd like to introduce the newly elected legislative councilman, Mr. Ronald Julian. I know he's hovering in the background. Congratulations, Ron. And I'd like to recognize the royalty and say thank you for coming and being dedicated to attend. Wave to the people. Stand up. Okay, Mr. Vice President.
Just following the president's speak in Jicarilla, I'll try to do this in Jicarilla so most of you will understand this. But first of all, I want to congratulate Ronald Trump. That's what the word is out there. So, in fact, I just heard it this morning, Ronald Trump. We have our own Ronald Trump. Whatever, I'll attempt this in Jicarilla, okay? Actually, I see the Hana Daisy, the Bitla Kidi, Naki Tata. Actually, the Islana Kato, Sana, Kaditi, Islan Kayat, Mayataki, Yahedan Zini, Tako lan kena ko jes ko katat tako isi da so ito islan lan di shogo la ko misya daski. Tako yade to bistanju ye sisya daski tako monse ego. Asiti directors at Ayuji ego islan istledi 2 weeks ko na ego misya daski yade hana da izidi ego yade mai tata asti. Asiti hade agot nas yeshit ko ni halo. Tako ga jishi ai te kita mai daski. Asiti ko na hana tanta director tanli ko na hana is do dasti ego. Asiti hada hen ka go ego njogo la hen ka wan si do. Ego na dai zosti asiti ni ai ego hana dashni kago. Dasi tau hada hasti hai. Dasi ma lakhe ko bilya dasti ko elo hasti. Asiti dalle na dai zigo asiti ya dasti ko ego hasti. Egan chaye ya. To ya dasti ko di ya den tunga ko ti ya. To la kweda the so ya ni it's actually and njo ya dasti ko tanjo ya de da se ya ni. Asiti la ko njo ko hanan tai de hanai asiti be friendly, asiti positive. That's what I want. Asiti is called na kisi go di ko to se ko kasi ya se ma kina si ai ko to la is di president ya hatsi and that di da kade bichi to kade misata ko ye la ko te ko njona ta ti ka di ta la in anda di tai lo dai lan la to han ato la is di ke ta in ada la ko to han ya ko sin la ashi and da ko misata ko ye ego ashi di go New Mexico City ya deja na hanada ego hadi kita hatna ego sana hadentla di jahet hati li mitase han di tayatna ego jati spenada seta lai ashi president ko ya hati di hado internet ya hati go da ko da din start Saten clase ko di Facebook ya tayo ji tunjo asya bachi na hi magon ne asya bachi go na naiji matagon ne tunjo asya dan kaya be sa asya ye da diki ta sa to da hinzun dan jona ta tle ni sidas ko ka inda di Jukudane to enjona tenda enda la kon ke do ni se don jonda ko Facebook ta li dan kai la ke jinda tribe ma ya da ke don jo asi si das go jugo ni na da jugo hi kai go so asti anybody can translate that. All those who understand, any questions? Toda, yes, I heard Toda. So, with that, I end my part. Thank you.
What's that? What's that? Oh, okay. I like to do our first drawing, and they should be underway. Can I say Gocho? Okay, one of the leadership can help me and draw. Oh, you're the one that. Okay, thank you, Rihanna Lovato. What is it, Rodeo Queen? Okay, sorry about that. Okay, the first number, 880-381. 880-381. And then if you win, check your number with me and then go see Shona. Anybody? 381. 880-381. Get excited. Okay. You can see Shona. Okay. Don't leave just yet. 880-374. 880-374. Anybody? Oh, okay. One more and then we can go to the next one. Oh, okay. Oh, really? One more. And one more. 880-280. 880-280. All right. That's it. Okay, I'd like to give a happy birthday wish. She's going to be celebrating her birthday tomorrow, Rihanna. Everybody say happy birthday. Okay, now I'd like to call up the Legislative Councilman, Mr. William Julian Jr.
Go Cowboys! Good morning. There's really not much to add to what Wainwright kind of shared with everybody. And we're all trying to move forward in a positive way for all our people. And that's all of you in here. Try to make everything a lot better for everything that we have. Make sure we have income continuing on in the future, because we can't always rely on oil and gas. It's really been hurting us right now because of the price drop on oil and gas. I had a meeting with Oil and Gas Administration this morning, and we've been talking about a lot of the companies that are selling out. ConocoPhillips is selling out. Chevron is selling. Elmridge is selling. A lot of these companies are selling out to different people. So we're looking at what we can do. And we're probably going to be discussing that here in a couple of days, and I'll let Wainwright know about that. I think we're meeting with him the 21st, I think. So But we, Jicarilla people, we're all one family, and we all need to remember not to forget that. You look around in the room here, we all know each other. We need to keep that family here among us, put our differences aside, and be together, help one another, and live together right. I know there's a lot of jealousy, resentment, people that hold grudges from way back. Sometimes we need to leave all that behind and move forward and start living together as one people again. And as we move forward, there's a lot of stuff that we have planned. I think Leon mentioned that last month, that maybe around the summer, we should start seeing a lot of the projects taking effect that we're working on right now. So we're still doing things. It may not seem like it, but we're working on a lot of things behind the scenes. So we just want to share that with you, and hope you guys have a Merry Christmas and have a safe travels wherever you guys go. So thank you.
Legislative Council William Lees.
Well, I guess it's just like Bill said, you know, we're working, trying to redo the ordinances where it's kind of old, and the Constitution too. We're just going to retweak it. And some of the ordinances we're going to do over. That's what we're working on. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time. But that's what we're working on. So it'll be fair for everybody. And the other thing I think they probably said too is the courts. We're redoing that. You know, we heard a lot of stories about some of them not being, you know, fair. And there's one thing that I like to see, and I'm still going to push it, is we could get a Supreme Court type thing where we can get maybe 3 judges that can make the final decisions on all the problems that we have. We kind of brought that up when I'm still trying to pursue that. It won't be the council, it'll be those judges making the final decisions, and they'll be under our laws. Because I know a lot of the, you know, how their things go is where they just get pushed aside. I know there's a lot of, I guess you might say, cases that are still being from back 20 years that hasn't been settled. But this is just me thinking about it that way. I think we need that. That'll be fair for everybody. And the other thing they mentioned, you know, with Trump, it's a scary person. Think about it, what he's doing. And the other thing I said last time too is listen to the news. All that stuff that's happening out there might affect us here. And the other one to mention too is the money. With this gas and oil being low, we might get into rough times. And if that happens, everybody's going to pitch in. And the other thing I want to mention is that I'm working on too is that you guys, I told you about, is that the Jicarilla Apache Veterans Memorial Wall. I mentioned that is where we're trying to get this list, so we got it going already. I'm hoping we can have it by this summer sometimes. But we still need to get some of the information. You read in the Chieftain what's in there. And if you can, Olivia is kind of heading that up, and you can give the information to her. And I'd like to recommend Olivia. She's done a lot for this project. She's been collecting a lot of information from everybody. So I'd like to, you know, maybe give her an applause. I'd like to hear that. But it's going to happen this summer. We got it going already. We got everything going. So that's something that, you know, I wanted to give you guys heads up on. But we need the information. Mainly, like some of them, the names might not be corrected, but Olivia's been handling that too, so we can make sure the spelling is right on that wall, the memorial wall. And the other thing is, I guess that's it. You know, what I was going to say is we're still working on a lot of stuff that, you know, they brought up, but it's going to take time. It's not going to happen overnight. And the other thing I think about is you guys hear all of this stuff going out there, these shootings. When you guys go somewhere, be careful. Keep alert, see what's going on around you. That's my concern. I see that. So just be aware of it. Pay attention. And then some of these other, one more thing is these scams coming along. You know, some of you guys probably got taken. Heads up on that. And that's it for now. Maybe next, go ahead. Yeah, they're gonna work on it, and then when the process goes through, you guys have the final say so. But when you get it going, you guys have comments on there. We're gonna open it up where you guys have a say so, see what's on there, and then we vote on it. Then it's final. And like I said, it's not gonna be overnight. It's gonna take time. We have to go through each one, revisit all of them, and then we're gonna do that. But that's what we're doing, so. And you know, if you guys go somewhere, have a safe trip, be careful, like I said, watch out for your little ones, especially if it's when you're in a big crowded place. Just heads up on that. That's all I'm gonna say though. Thanks.
They're the ones moving it. Okay, the focusing on Youth Christmas Powwow has been rescheduled to December 17th. Again, the focus on Youth Christmas Powwow has been scheduled for December 17th at the Vietnam Veterans Gym. And I believe that's the Department of Youth. Next up, we have Legislative Council Member Cheryl Vigil.
Good morning, everyone. First of all, I'd just like to wish all of you a Merry Christmas and a blessed New Year, and may we all prosper in the New Year and do the right thing. First of all, in support of the President, the Vice President, and fellow council members, I just want to assure you that we are all working together, and it's our hope that we can accomplish great things this next year. There's a lot of activity, there's a lot of issues that need to be addressed, but we have to be careful also in the process that we go through, because we also have to comply totally with the Constitution. So we will be working with that, and hopefully by the time next 6 months, we can report to you some of those grand things that have come through in your benefit, and hopefully that it all works out for the best for all of us. And to all of you, thank you for being here and appreciate your attention. Thank you.
And last but not least, Legislative Council Member Lillian Venino.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'm real happy to see all of you here. It's sad to see that not everyone takes these meetings seriously. You know, there's a lot of information that's shared, and there's a lot of projects we're working on right now. You know, the last meeting, I wasn't here. I was at a meeting in Santa Fe called the RES Conference. I was making contacts, trying to find funding so that we can bring several different kinds of infrastructure here. Like one thing, the main thing that is my biggest importance to me is housing. Our people need homes. Our people need renovations done. And you know, that's one thing that I'm really pushing and that I'm really working on. And right now we have homes that people are waiting on. And the reason why it's not going to start this year is because we have to go in there to all of those places where the homes are going to go, and we're going to test the grounds, make sure that the kind of foundation that's put there is going to be able to hold those homes. And by next year, when the snow thaws, if we ever get snow, those homes will be put down, and that is a guarantee. I just wanted to also mention the president and the vice mentioned, working on complaints. If there's any complaints from people, put it in writing and take it to the president or the vice's office. They're there and they're going to address any of these issues that you have that come up regarding any department, anything that you feel that it's unfair or you're not receiving the correct services, put it in writing, because it's a lot easier than just talking, because when you say something, you tend to forget. But if it's in writing, it's in front of you. And always make a copy of your documentation so that you can say, well, I gave this to you on this day and I haven't heard nothing from you. So, put it in writing. And that's what I believe, it's real important. And I think also, I'm not sure if it's too late, but is it too late to sign up for insurance? It's this month. If you want to cancel anything, it's this month. What? Okay, the 16th is the deadline. If you signed up for something that you feel that you're not using, go into HR, to the insurance office, and take it off or sign up. And the other thing I wanted to mention is, I was walking by Annette's office this morning and I saw a big old sign on the door that says capital outlay funding from New Mexico. I know their funding is probably very low, but then we have a right as Jicarilla people to apply for any kind of funding that we need. But the deadline for that is December 16th. So if you have any capital outlay wishes that you want to submit funding for, turn it into Annette or to her assistant, Claudette Trevio. Sorry, Shona Holyfield. They'll accept that, but the 16th is the deadline. And this is to all of you department heads. And the other thing I wanted to mention is, there's been a lot of complaints about the court system and some of the things that are happening there. People aren't feeling that they're not addressing things. Well, we're working on that. That's one of the things that's going to be reviewed. And I'm sure there was a meeting where they gathered all the input from the people. Well, that took place. Now we're going to sit down with all of the ordinances that everyone covered. We will be opening these meetings for people to come in and sit down and make their input. And everyone's going to take part in this. When it comes up to have the votes for everything, everyone will be involved. And please, everyone, come out and vote. This is affecting you. Not just vote for that, but when there's national elections, vote. It's very important. One of the last things, everyone covered everything that we needed to really share with you. And if there's something that I missed, bring it up. And at the next meeting, the president said we will be having these meetings every month. I wanted to just make a last comment. We have a lot of family members in those nursing homes right now. Let's not forget about them. If you know of somebody there, a family, a friend, your grandma, your grandpa, your aunt and uncle, go visit them. It's very sad to be there and not go out and visit those people. If you're going to Pagosa to go shop at Walmart, make that little trip that way and go visit a family member, a Jicarilla person that's there. There's the one in Bloomfield. There's some in Farmington. and there's some in Colorado, make that little journey and go visit them. Take them a gift, take them a little fruit basket, something, but don't forget we have people out there too. I took a dare from the vice president, and I'm going to do that right now because, I feel like it's real important, as Jicarilla people that we hang on to our language. And there's a song that I want to sing for you. It's short and sweet, and all of you can learn. And it's We Wish You a Merry Christmas, and it goes like this. Christmas ikojote, Christmas ikojote, Christmas ikojote, ashishi a dei. Okay, thank you, people.
That was awesome. Thank you. And actually, that was really short and sweet. Again, another reminder, focus on the Youth Christmas Powwow, December 17th at the Vietnam Veterans Gym. And the Master of Ceremonies is Ernie Zaw. And grand entry begins at 1 p.m. And Santa Claus will also be there around 5 p.m. So again, December 17th, and Santa Claus will be making an appearance here shortly. Okay. Okay. And I'd like to wish the Dulce Hawks good luck. They're playing, I think, at 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. at Laguna. So I'd like to wish them good luck. And I believe the radio station, KCIE, will be broadcasting it. So you don't have to go racing down there. I'd like to say thank you again to Mr. Aaron Manuel and the Dulce Community Center staff, and Mr. Ernie Vela and the Dulce High School JOTC, Mr. Harrison Velarde, Mr. Jicarilla Julian, Mr. Ray Tafoya Sr., Toya Catering, 10 Bears Program, Police Department, EMS, Fire Department, Game and Fish, the administration staff, the royalty, and of course my public relations staff, Shona Holyfield, Lavana Montoya, and my former staff, Claudette Toribio. I'm gonna miss her. So everybody stand up for the benediction.
Kids, 3 大空子，马街等这什么大故事会议，是那没看见，他都搞就是为了我们种，那他大人生在了他们是大空子，大些男人看，不是男人看过，有男人看过，大多数大些人看大空子。还有个点事情，我说那他们是很多，我enjoy嘛，我牛，可是enjoy嘛，我牛，他enjoy嘛，我牛那他们说是最，他可温馨，可以到底啊，告诉这，有谁为的起码那个事情都。这个大的厉害，一个多了很大，这个很多，他还是本地人，开始厉害的拉伸，这希望那开始厉害还人真的，他可温馨。但是那边看的，是也那个是可以，那开始没去，个是大地，也那个是到，那大个说也那大的也是到。但是那边看见，可是那还得我生活在人是的还得，这个会单独的也是还得，你看可是那人看见，你看那这三次的，你看那你单次的， Bikin judan junte, bikin tadon zade hado, bikin dazen kajes tuye da kuonsen. Askin yen kangu da yente, kuzun hadanin kiyon, dasen hadanin kiyon. Tashin stene na gozije, kima gosligo, nahana kain dadi da injin, tay milke dagon tiya do, tati milke da kiyo. Mitla daat logo, mitla dagon stigo, mitla kowa daat isoye, da kuonsen. Leke hasbala hen kangu da yente, kuzun hen kangu. Nahai kane kaigo, bitisma da dagos, an gozina da atiyelo hato, bikisa da ishtugo, edasin kostoye, da kuonsen. The church kiss kwele da kaigo da yente, dase bada dagos, ago hato, Idane, no, kuzun dase bikaziste. The church kagweye zolena da de wada yente, Idane, no, zolena da de. Ikego mana koda minislengo, mata ujigo, dasin kaigo hato, tako onsen. Haji kudia shishe, kuda tizo na hansi hato, kuda nzuni, taja dinzuni hata kunigo, hata tistoye, hashi bikaya na hata itizo, kusona hani kango. Ikeda dinste oda nansengo, itlachida oda nansengo. Ashuna bikaya ikeda dago, tago. Ikena adadin tego, tati tago. Kutsina itaida la chandene, on sengo. Netwardin tazina, the misery, yanshanti. The time you want to win, send your hand on. The killing down the Daitsiguana, Krigo Day, there. At the Jada, Table, Hunter, Yanna, Table. Thus in Hagas, 2 years. Takuonsen. My head on Sishima, Takusu, Quay, Shannon, Kay, not that need. The Kajam is like another Snihato. So that need to the Nagut say, Ego my hair in the Hado. It can go so now in come. Let me now the Mali, Adibeda in dying. Kuzun Hamad Metadagos Ago, Macedon Tego, the hands and the Estuya, Takuonsen. As in the Kedataya, the Daya Tsiwudani, the Kayada was I, Takeda in Congo, the Kedi Tego. Hato has kin the Hada, still cutting in the high in Jego Magoni. A the Kikaye has kin the King when you go ye. And the Kayra think that ye done, that let the Radat in Jego. Takeda in Comodating, Takuon says to ye. Because I'm junior, we can go so many credit, we can nahi kante, we can go so dying goste. Takon says to ye, head, Jicarilla de Jo, yours mother, she joy one single, San Juan, Pediclin Juan, Hinin Juan, Yena is common, so to ye, Takon say, head, Kosovo. Amen. And you.
Please remain standing for the retrieval of the flags.
At this time, we will not continue our veteran songs to follow the veterans of the United States of Canada. We salute and thank you for your service. Thank you.